Alright, what the hell are we doing? What's up, folks? How does streaming work again? I need to turn down my own music. Oh, absolutely. Very pro. That's me. I have very mixed, wistful feelings about my father yelling Jesus Christ when I was a child and he was angry. It was confusing and then just saddening when I realized why he said it. What do you mean why he said it? For my dad, it was always, God damn it! It was very fun as kids to replicate. Colin, he said Jesus Christ because colonization. Is that why your dad said it or why people say it? Anyway, what's up? I'm Know Nothing Attorney. I know nothing, so you can too, because it's only in embracing that we know nothing that we can actually learn anything, and that's what I'm here to do every time I'm live. I want to learn from you, and I hope you can learn along with me. Man, life is hectic, guys. Life is just too much stuff. And it continues to be too much stuff. Oh my gosh, we got a clip. I just saw that Maddie made a clip on the 26th. That's how connected I am to my own Discord lately, because it's just too much happening. Bruh. Let's see what that looks like real quick. Go murder people unilaterally? Oh, no, you didn't like that. No, she's more. No, there's a sec def I'd vote for right there. What a gorgeous puppy. Oh, Lasagna, you want to be the Secretary of Defense? I'm sorry, you want to be the Secretary of War? Huh. You want to go murder people unilaterally? Oh, no, you didn't like that. No, she's more constitutional than that. All right. Well, one more time. I've got to hear that without the music going. No, there's a sec def I'd vote for right there. What a gorgeous puppy. Oh, Lasagna, you want to be the Secretary of Defense? I'm sorry, you want to be the Secretary of War? You want to go murder people unilaterally? Oh, no, you didn't like that. No, she's more constitutional than that. All right. His first language isn't English, and none of us were raised Christian, so he most likely said it because it was in the English he had to learn because of colonization. Ooh, yikes. Oh, yikes. I want to tell you I began watching anime. What did you start watching, Evelyn? Want to go murder people? I don't know, Dad. I need to think about this. but Secretary of War sounds really good. That's prestigious. So I'm gonna say today, guys, like today will be the first or this week will be the first week in a while that we've had like a regular schedule. We're going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And from there, we're going to go back to another week where got to go out of town for another birthday party. But after that, I am not aware of any like things I'm supposed to go out of town for, other than maybe the Renaissance Festival. But that'll be a one-day event. And hell, when I get back from the Renaissance Festival, I might do a late night, like exhausted drunk stream. Everybody wants a Know Nothing Attorney drunk stream, right? Dogs have ethics even if they sometimes eat their own shit. I mean, let's be real, they sometimes eat other dogs' shit too. It's a universal thing. Evangelion Gachiakuda and Freerun. Watched a little Freerun. Didn't really grab me. But though I say that this is a like back to regular week, for one, I ran from my dining table where I was having to do work to do stream. So there's no way that we're going over an hour today. I know that's not super exciting. But I mean, somebody could potentially coax me to get into a debate if we have the first debate we've had in what, a couple months now. It's gotten real quiet on the other side. But is that Abraham Lincoln with a headset on the back? Yeah, that is. Hey Raymundo, welcome to the stream. Interesting first comment, commenting on the art. Yes, that is Abraham Lincoln, who went to law school at 28. Only beat me by a year. Got lawyer work and life comes first. Yeah, it's been an insane bit of like life all colliding at the same time. Nice. What brings you here, Raymundo? The one thing that I definitely want to address tonight is you guys can help me pick a debate topic, because I said that I am going to do a debate on Saturday. And that is the plan. So I've got a list of topics that I could do, and maybe I need to talk it through with you guys. I haven't really looked at the whole list, but I have to pick one by Wednesday. So I'll post the list over here. Or not post the list, I can just put it up on my screen. That doesn't seem to be working right. No, it doesn't like capturing the snipping tool. Guess let's put it in Paint, huh? There we go. Is it not gonna like paint either? Wow. Okay. Google Doc it is, I guess. I know those work. Duplicate. There we go. Okay, now I can bring it up. Nope, that's not it. Nope. There we go. All right, let me catch back up over here. As you know, there's a politics category on Twitch. MAGA is fucking stupid. Oh yeah, that's a good debate topic. Pedro Baxter, fuck the Holocaust story, just Google population of Jews circa 1939, 6 million Jews gassed, and Hollywood spends so much money to portray nobody at the time even knew. I mean, sure, I'll bring that in. Wow, fun first time chat, that's cool. What? I mean, there are all the usual suspects: socialism, pro-choice, anti-choice, education. Well, there's a specific list I have to choose from, so we gotta look at this list. I don't know if there are any law topics that are particularly pertinent to the current hell we're all living through. I mean, there's plenty of law topics that are pertinent to the hell we're living through. Every right-winger is either willfully ignorant or a bad person. I've reached the point, that's one that Joe Vaughn debates. I've reached the point where I'm just like, they're just bad people. There's no such thing as willfully ignorant or a bad person. At this point, if you're willfully ignorant, you are a bad person. There are tons of people around you raising alarm bells, so going, please pay attention, and you're saying, fuck you. You are a bad person if at this point you are willfully ignorant. I'm gonna read this again. Fuck the Holocaust story, just Google population of Jews circa 1939, 6 million Jews gassed, and Hollywood spends so much money to portray nobody at the time even knew. I mean, it's not entirely unbelievable that people wouldn't know. there's a ton of people in the United States that don't know that we have no idea where hundreds or even over 1,000 people at Alligator Alcatraz went. Tons of people have no idea that people just disappeared. They don't get to say they didn't know. Yeah. Are there right-wingers against Trump? Sure there are. My dad helped draw the 1971 Texas redistricting maps that were ruled unconstitutionally racist by the Supreme Court of the United States. He is very anti-Trump. He's a good old boy conservative. Liddy Bruce, am I reading it wrong? Like I'm not reading. I don't know what I'm reading there. Under the floorboards. Okay, well, fuck it. I'll trust you guys. There we go. Like, so I was reading it to say Hollywood is portraying it as if people didn't know people were being gassed. I mean, was I reading that entirely wrong? Is my dad still a racist, do I think? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I finally pulled that out of him, cornered him on the immigration issue, where I just kept pushing him into a corner, pushing him into a corner, pushing him into a corner, where until he got to the point where he said that as an example of a shortage that we have, that we are in danger of because of immigration, is it doesn't even make any sense. The example he gave was that we have to have people to do jobs of catering to people who don't speak English. And I was like, okay, so wait, your example of a shortage is people come over here bringing an economic boon to the United States and they provide jobs? And he said, well, not the kind of jobs I want, son. And I was like, why is that, Dad? And he goes, well, I just don't think that they should be speaking Spanish. I'm like, oh, there it is. I doubt my dad has ever tried to learn a second language. If he has, it's probably French. And that's a good point, Liddy Brews. I mean, like, as I started reading it, I was like, uh-oh, this is fucked up. And then I got to the end and I was just confused. I should have just gone with it. This is fucked up. I think every right-winger is bad, even if they don't like Trump. I agree. Well, that's the one where I'll go, if you're right-wing but anti-Trump, then you might just be willfully ignorant. I'm not going to jump to say every conservative is bad, which is why I'm working on the conservative propaganda video that we were working on a couple times ago, which I kind of want to create a Google Doc and see if I can just like get people to jump in and start working on it together. Is that something you guys would like doing? My dad's 6th language or 7th was French, and he was like, the French are exhausting to talk to, don't learn their language. I'm at the very beginning stages of learning Tamil. That's a fun one. I've never heard of an abugida before, as opposed to an alphabet. You guys know your abugida? It's like the language version of a multiplication table. Your dad spoke decent Tamil? That's crazy. Where are you from, Athena? Where's your family from? Ah. Yeah, I'm learning a whole background that I'm coming to appreciate. My girlfriend is Tamil, Sri Lankan. And apparently there's like a whole thing where, you know, the almost entirety of the Tamil people were pushed out of Sri Lanka, mostly to Canada, as far as I'm aware, in the 80s. And to the point where the Sinhalese, if I'm remembering the names of people right, they just took over and they were the ethnic majority there at the time of the Civil War, and then they just either exterminated the remaining Tamil people or pushed them out. And now the remaining Tamil Sri Lankan diaspora are kind of, according to my girlfriend, starting to reject the name Sri Lankan, and she refuses to own that. She's like, that's where my people came from. That's my home. So I'm not ditching that name. I'm like, that's pretty rad. I love that. Your parents are both from Bangladesh. All right. You speak Bengali, English, Spanish, and German. German will be my fourth language if I can keep working on it. I want to speak Hindi and Urdu next. If it in Danish too. Damn, Athena. Dude, learning languages is fun. I'm too ADHD for it, but I will launch into learning a language and then like hammer it for a few weeks and just love the like things that make that language unique, and then just kind of fall off as other things take over my life. I think there's some form of the right that can be positive, like the definition of conservatism by Russell Kirk. Ooh, hit me with that one, Raimundo. Raimondo. And Raymond, happy 30th, whenever that is. Way to hit the big 3-0. Okay, let's look at this list of debate topics. Closest friend is Irish too, and I want to learn that language too, but it's so hard. I wish I could talk to you about my daughter's name, but it's got some very European sounds that are kind of specific to European if you pronounce the name correctly, but you don't have to. But I love telling her that that's how her name is pronounced, and she's like, stop. Yeah, her name's Lore. That's her channel name. That's the one she picked. Okay, you cannot be moral if you are not religious. I have feelings about that one. Definitely, obviously. I don't know if it's like an interesting take, and I feel like a lot of people would be ready to jump at that one. The American right supports affirmative action. What? Ooh. What? Okay, legacy admin at college? Okay. I guess. Isn't affirmative action definitionally like a remedy to what's the word I'm looking for? Disenfranchisement? The military-industrial complex should be nationalized. I don't have strong feelings about that. Legal personhood should begin at conception. Ooh, I do have fun feelings about this one. Legal personhood should begin at conception. Okay. Do conservatives think that disenfranchisement has ever taken place, though? Except for some white dudes. Yeah, some people who are now white. Affirmative. That would be fun. The American right supports affirmative action because they have expanded the definition of white to include those who were previously disenfranchised from the white race. Look at Italians and Irish. The First Amendment should be changed to exclude hate speech. Oh, man, I'm so consistently torn on that one. Man, I don't know. Like, I feel like there is there's definitely good to be had with that, but I definitely see the potential for state abuse when it comes to when you start defining things like hate speech and saying that it is illegal to speak in that way. Like, imagine the Trump administration comes along and there is an exception in the First Amendment for hate speech, and the Trump administration applies it to political ideology. And then you can even broaden political ideology to include things that would not traditionally be considered to be political. Suddenly we are not allowed to do hate speech against Nazis, people who are even self-avowed Nazis. Like, if you did a really good job of defining the term outright in the amendment, or the amendment to the amendment, I don't know. Right, immutable characteristics. That's what I was in the midst of saying there. Well, there's a fun one there. Is religion an immutable characteristic? That is a pretty strong statement there, Athena. I don't know about that. That may be true for neuroplastic people, but not for those that are not. Some religions have been racialized. I mean, I would go as far as to say no religion is immutable, but we still treat it as immutable. Political compromise is beneficial for society. Damn, I can't sit in this chair on this channel and tell you that I don't believe that that's true. I hate it. And the only reason it's true is because there are so many people who are easily radicalized. If it weren't true that people could be easily radicalized, then there would be no benefit to political compromise. But the problem is you have to compromise with those on the other side to oppose those who are easily radicalized. International aid is still moral even if it has conditions. What type of religion? Still looking for the quote of Kirk about conservadorism. Maddie! What up, Maddie? We're back to a regular week of Know Nothing Attorney. Strictly speaking, conservatism is not a political... Did you say Charlie Kirk earlier? You said Russell Kirk. Oh, Kirk. You just said Kirk. Why did I say Charlie Kirk? I just read that in there. Goddamn. James T. Strictly speaking, conservatism is not a political system and certainly not an ideology. Instead, conservatism is a way of looking at the civil social order. Conservatism is not a political system. Well, sure. Democracy is a political system. Conservatism is a political point of view. And it's not an ideology. William, I'm gonna have to add you on my phone Discord in order to join in. How are you doing, bro? I missed you. Hope you're doing well, man. Well, I hope you're doing well too, William. Seems like you finally caught me while I was streaming. If you want to talk, I can have you up for a bit. I'm gonna make sure that the conversation is productive. Just going through a lot of needed time. Well, you do jump into Discord to say weird shit every once in a while. What is James T, Maddie? What are you referring to? I'm trying to figure out the conservatism is not an ideology thing. Like, is this saying that an ideology is an individual concept? And so, like, conservatism itself is full of different ideologies, or... Oh, James T. Kirk. Ah, Maddie. Ah. Nerds up in here. Let's go. For Russell Kirk, conservatism is not an ideology, but a disposition, trusting in tradition, in the inherited order, and in prudence, while distrusting those who want to redesign society from scratch with pure reason. In the end, this echoes Lao Tzu's philosophy: order is not imposed, it is followed. When you try to force it, you break it. Trusting in tradition, in the inherited order, and in prudence. Prudence in what sense? How are we defining prudence here? I don't think any of that is correct of conservatism. I think these same people would adopt these positions if they, like, if that was the new reactive, or like if it were regressive rather than like conservative, quote unquote, if it weren't trying to maintain but go back, if we were no longer if we were in an age of inheriting a progressive lifestyle, these people would still adopt these positions, and so it wouldn't be like maintaining anything. It wouldn't be like careful and considerate. It wouldn't be based on tradition anymore. The thing that I use to describe the conservative position, the classical model is they believe in hierarchies. I don't think that they would agree with you on that, or whoever would say that. My word that I use to define conservatism is propriety. They don't have a basis for what they believe in other than that it is proper. And if you press them on why it is proper, they will eventually get to the position where they can no longer rationalize the position and will just say, fuck you, it's right. And they will get mad. That is the entirety of the defense of their position, is just that they believe it's correct. Gotta be honest, I don't think conservatism is positive or deserves to be portrayed as positive at all. I agree. What's your Discord name? I just sent you a friend request. Okay. Do you need an invite to the Discord, William? Okay, so right now, I need to keep going through the list here. Like, I feel strongly about number 7, but I don't feel strongly about it as a debate topic. International aid is still moral even if it has conditions. The SAVE Act unfairly impacts women and low-income voters. Well, yeah, no shit. Okay, I could tackle that one. That's easy. The decision of Citizens United versus FEC should be overturned. I feel strongly about that one. I'm not well educated on that one, but I could be. So let's see. I think my top ones are 4, 9, 4, 9, 10, 1. That'd be like my most interested top 4. Anything y'all would want to see me do? Well, William, the idea is that you have an opinion on it one way or another. Like, you don't have to agree with it. There's just no rational basis for the stance in number 4. there's no basis for drawing that line. I would want to start fleshing the arguments out with you guys, but I don't want like somebody else to tune into my debate prep. That wouldn't be fun. If zygotes are people, you should be able to claim them on taxes. That's a good point. Like, why, where are we drawing the lines of what these people, like, get and don't get? You're awfully selective about what rights are belonging to all human beings. Can I arm my zygote? My zygote has the right to drive a tank. William says they agree with number 4. Oh, you agree with number 4 is the one that I should tackle? What other rights do zygotes have? The right to liberty. They should be able to... God, what's that? They should be able to be emancipated. Don't start with number 4. It's, well, like, William, right now I'm just like, I'm gonna debate one topic, so I have to like make a list of things that I prefer to debate, and so I'm happy to debate a contentious topic. Two votes to every pregnant person. William, are you joining the voice chat or not? Conservatism is about not upsetting some imagined natural order, even if that order hurts people. Yeah, the problem is that nobody can agree on what the natural order is. So it's down to what I feel is right. And then if you point out that some things we don't do, some things we do are against natural order, they're like, oh, well, then I think some things should be natural and some things shouldn't be. And then that all comes down to propriety. I guess. No, see, the Republicans believe that women can't vote, but the male Attack on Titan fetus does have the right to vote. Oh boy. Right, too many male conservatives know what Attack on Titan is. My favorite unnatural things are bad rebuttal is, do you wear shoes? Yeah. I've brought up before in the gender debates about like whether or not we should just accept things biologically, and like, maybe it was an abortion debate. I'm trying to remember what context it was in, but it was somebody talking about how like you just have to accept biology the way it is. I'm just like, do you think people should not be allowed to wear glasses or contacts? Fucker. Joe Rogan wants to be on more testosterone than I want to be, fucker. I like the quote by Donoso Cortez, the constituent power resides in the constituted power. Constituent power resides in the constituted power. That might be to, it is what it is. What about living organisms that can shift their entire sex makeup to the opposite sex? But we're human beings. God designed us to not have that ability. Just by the fact that they have it and we don't means that we were intended not to. Joe Rogan is very anti-trans, but he's on TRT. Yeah, he's just a piece of shit. What's up, William?
What's up?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear
What's
me?
going on?
Waiting for whatever topic you want to pick. I'm watching Madden on my TV.
I'm not picking topics. Did you've been wanting to come back up on air to talk about shit for a while? Did you not have something you wanted to talk about?
Oh yeah, I've things I want to talk about, but I thought you wanted me to pick from your.
I don't even remember what we disagree about. Like all my stances are pretty clearly out here. Like you can tell me what you disagree with.
Uh, I think secular people can be moral. So I don't agree with that one.
These aren't my topics, my guy.
Oh, okay.
These are topics for me to go on a debate on Saturday.
Oh, this is Saturday. Okay.
Yeah.
So today is
Those are not
whatever
my
we decide.
positions.
All right.
Oh, here. Well,
Well,
I'll put
hot
this back up
topics
so you can see
for
my
me
positions.
hot topics for me lately have been secularism and morality and economic. I'm a distributist.
Well, I'm a strong advocate for secularism, so I don't know if we're going to disagree on that. I mean, I constantly say secularly bless you to people. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good one. You like that one? Everybody's welcome to use that one. You can say secularly bless you or secular Jesus Christ. Good secular God.
I have a nuanced relationship with secularism because I'm a secularist for the most part, but I think contemporary secularism has been problematic. I think there's a lot of modern countries where it led to more harm than good.
And I know I've had you up, William, before, but can you go ahead and give me your age and pronouns?
25 and he him.
Thank you. Gotta get you set up so the audience knows who you are.
They hear me yet?
Yeah, they hear you.
All right.
At least I think so. Y'all hear him? Cool. Okay. You were saying you have a nuanced view on secularism. It doesn't sound like a particularly TV worthy topic, but what do you mean you have a nuanced view? Jammy Joint Jones, what up?
Well, I have concerns about authoritarian theocracy and authoritarian secularism pretty much the same extent. I mean, they're different problems, but I don't like authoritarianism, period.
Okay, so it sounds like your problem isn't with secularism, it's with authoritarianism. Like, I would have an issue with a
Yeah,
My Little Pony authoritarian. I don't care what kind of
yeah,
authoritarian they are.
I think secularism is just a normal, healthy part of a society, but I think when it's authoritarian, then it's bad.
Yeah, Maddie, I assume he's talking about something like Maoism, where they if I've got my history right, they outlawed the practice of religion.
Not quite.
Not quite.
I'm thinking of like China, America.
I mean, I guess that wouldn't be like, that wouldn't really be secularism. It'd be anti-religion practice. It's the difference between
Yeah,
secularism, because secularism is about the integration of religion into the state, and so a state can be secular without having any kind of impact on what that has to do with the people.
yeah. My concern is like the spiritual and existential harm that can come with excessive
Yeah,
secularism.
exactly what was pinned by Maddie. You will worship in your desired capacity. We will force you to make your own choices. Thank you, Athena. That was Athena's quote there. Wait, who had their own pope? China? Mao's China? Well, it
Mao
was a good thing to pin, Maddie. Sorry, go ahead, William.
Mao was a hateful and mean man.
No, shit. Authoritarians tend to be.
Yeah, I
All right,
want
do
to
we
make
have
sure I'm
something that
talking
we
about.
disagree on? Not authoritarianism, because I think we both think authoritarianism sucks,
Yes. And when I say
including when it's in
secularism,
America.
I don't mean secular people. I just mean the implement of secularism.
What?
Like I'm not trying to hate on secular people when I criticize secularism.
You're not criticizing secularism, though. Not that I can tell.
I'm criticizing its modern effects.
Barday, hey, thank you for the raid.
I think
Welcome in,
there's context
folks.
where it can be really bad.
I'm No Nothing Attorney. This is a political debate slash chat channel. Um, Working on a constitutional convention. We work on a new constitution. We work on a new Declaration of Independence from time to time. Depends on what we're working on. Right now, we're talking with William and trying to figure out what we can disagree on that'll be entertaining for us to talk about. Spuddy
Remember we
Franklin,
were talking
yo,
about
it
race
all costs money.
and
What's up?
systemic issues. There was a couple things I wanted to add on to that conversation.
Okay. And may you all be blessed by
Yep.
the secular God. Go ahead,
Yeah,
William.
that one got a little bit awkward. I wanted to explain what I was saying. So I'm not saying I don't want to help them systematically. I was more
Help
making
who?
a point about like I want to respect their boundaries. I don't want to be nosy into their what they got going on
Who are you talking about?
their business. When we had that debate about systemic issues and black culture and stuff like that.
Okay. You can address systemic issues without being nosy with anyone.
I agree, but I want to do it in a distributist way. I want to
Okay, we're
help
gonna
them
have to get back
distribute
around to this word
them.
that I was
So,
not familiar with until last time we talked, and then I've lost familiarity with the term since.
well, I think a lot of times when white people we try to help them, most of the time we make it worse.
Let's pause and you can define distributivism to us as you use the term.
All right. Distributism is basically the decentralized distribution of resources. It can be right wing, left wing, centrist, whatever you want to do with it. It's not like explicitly uh, one philosophy.
Okay, how is that practiced? Decentralized
My
distribution
version
of
or in
resources.
general? My version or in general?
I want to know what you're talking about.
So my version. All right. My personal version is mostly local level, um, local level and decentralized. I try to stay away from state and federal level, but I'm open to that if we can make it work.
So what do you mean by decentralized? How are we distributing resources at the local level?
Like, it'll be tough. It would take time, but like people, I would have it done in a voluntary libertarian way, but I'd also come kind of radical where I want rich people to participate. I want them coerced to participate if they're like criminal behaviors.
Uh, so you want to what, incentivize rich people to give up resources?
I want them to share.
How?
Well, most rich people aren't going to want to share. They're going to be selfish pricks.
Okay. So how does your system work?
Remember when I said it was voluntary?
Yes. And then
It's not
I
always
remember where you said that
voluntary.
most of them don't want to contribute.
It's not always voluntary. That's kind of a little bit of a trick to get conservatives on board. I want the criminal rich people to be forced to give us stuff.
Okay. Criminal rich forced to give up resources.
Yes.
So are we okay. Um do you know how is okay, this is a criminal penalty, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, and so do you think criminal penalties should be scaled based on what your wealth is?
No, your behavior.
Oh,
Like if you
whoops.
engage in criminal act.
This is not what I wanted to do. 1 second. All right, hit me one more time with that. Lady Bruce, I agree with you. This is very confusing to me
Criminal
also. I don't
act.
feel like we're getting a good understanding of what it is William is advocating for.
Yeah, I need time to explain it. So yeah, if they engage in criminal acts like exploiting the poor or stealing our money or playing with our money, that kind of stuff.
Exploiting the poor as a crime is something I can definitely get behind. What are we
Yes.
talking here?
The poor and the middle class are not respected politically.
Okay, so is it any crime that someone wealthy is convicted of? You said it doesn't scale with wealth, so like we were just yeah, okay. I think I see where Maddie's question is. What's the cutoff? Is it somebody who has like has more than $1 million and makes more than $1 million a year that they suddenly are hit with this penalty?
It's mostly like the 1%, the rich elite assholes. It's mostly them.
Uh, uh, Hit me
It's
with that
not
one
like
more
a
time.
petty crime. It's not like if they shoplift one time when they were 21, and they have to give me all their money. It's not like that. It's
Who
mostly for big,
who
serious
is
stuff.
this applicable to?
Who is this applicable to? How about Bill Gates?
But yeah, I need a range of people. When do people start
Jeff
being
Bezos.
included in this?
Jeff Bezos. Oh, like money wise?
I guess if that's
Hmm.
how you're judging this.
Say if you're a billionaire.
Okay, billionaire class is a special class when convicted of crimes.
Yes.
Fascinating. So at this point, why don't we just have the state take money from them? Why are we waiting for them to commit a crime?
I don't trust the state to be charitable to people,
Uh,
but I will.
Whoa. Okay. Who who is implementing this fine, this criminal penalty?
Well, this will be if my way was how we running our systems. I guess we have to start locally. We need a libertarian distributist governor or state senate or something to make this work.
So we're going to create a roving band of criminal judges who determine what billionaires are guilty of and then charging them a criminal monetary penalty with what authority?
Well, it wouldn't start like that. That would be the end game. We would start by getting.
Did we just create Robin Hood?
Well, no, not Robin Hood.
Yeah, we
Well, maybe,
did.
maybe,
It's just
maybe
like
at some point,
it's
but
local. It's local. We find the rich people who are exploiting the poor, and then we just pass judgment on them ourselves, and we
yeah.
remove the money
But I
from
want to
them.
try to do. I want to try to do everything legally first.
Try to do everything legally first. So we're going through the
Yeah.
state again.
Mm, well, yes, but it would be a voted on distributed system at that point. It would be democratic
But
at
at
the
this point, I
beginning.
don't know what you mean by distributivism because you said that is decentralized. So how are we voting on implementing this? Okay,
Well,
so
like
we are voting to
you to get
create
popular.
a civilian committee.
Yeah, if it's popular at the local level.
How about an income limit on wealth? It all costs money. Yeah, right.
Mm.
This is so fucking. This is also fucking muddled. It could be a drink.
I would hope there's good rich people that would help out at the beginning. I want to become rich myself and just put my own shit in the system.
Okay, become rich and then just stop having a right to money after a certain point because you don't need any more of it. You'll still be rich.
Yeah, but I would give most of it away. I'd be humble.
Thanks. That would not make you like not rich. If you have you have an income, that would not make you not rich. That just makes you decide what you do with your riches.
Yeah.
I actually ran an AI thought experiment earlier today. It was like,
Well,
can you create tax brackets based
yeah,
on demonstrable statistics on what
yeah.
percentage of a person's income is based on um, labor inputs versus social inputs. It's like
Well, this
if
would
you are a
start.
welder, you should not pay as much tax because the uh the what's the word I'm looking for? The outputs, the financial outputs are yours. You're a welder. You did the labor. What comes out of it is yours. If you're a CEO, tons of shit is going into your income that is not your labor. It is the system's
Sure.
labor. It is the people's labor. It is your laborer's
Yeah,
labor. That's not yours. You should be taxed more on that because it's not your labor. It is
yeah.
social income that you are claiming a right to that is not yours.
This wouldn't start as a big system thing. It would start as more like a food bank thing. Like, the church gives people food and stuff like that. It'll start more like that.
Maddie, you're saying he wants a tax system without calling it a tax system, but I mean, maybe that's right, but he wants
I
to
do believe
tax
in distributed.
criminals more.
Yeah, I do believe in distributed taxation. So I'm not against tax. I'm not one of those extreme libertarians that hate tax. I
But you
do.
don't believe the state should be collecting taxes.
I don't believe the federal government should be collecting taxes. I don't. The state, I'm open minded to.
What makes the state more capable of collecting taxes than the federal government? Yeah, Maddie, a criminal tax system is not a good look. It's not a good look, considering what percentage of America's modern slaves are like. Well, let's look at the demographics on that. I don't know.
I'm talking about rich criminals, not poor people.
Okay, like as soon as you create a special class of criminals, things tend to go wonky.
Well, the problem is they stole our money.
They stole it. Okay, we're
Yes,
talking anti-capitalism here. I love that.
yes.
Let's go. If we've learned anything at all, rich criminals face no consequences.
Well,
Yeah, it's like
I
let's
would
take the
want
class that
to.
has like gets out of paying taxes and put them into a system that collects taxes based on their criminal convictions for people who also don't get criminally convicted.
Well, that's how it is now. We want to make sure we're holding more expensive elite people accountable.
Can I ask you, William, what's
Yes,
easier? What's easier to pay off? A civilian roving band of criminal judges, or a federal judicial system?
I don't know.
You don't know. That's odd.
Vigilante judges. Is not what Trump has.
Not entirely. I can tell you as a lawyer that you can definitely move for a mistrial. You can definitely appeal to a higher court if you have evidence that a judge has acted uh, unbecoming of their position. Do you know that
Yes.
sometimes rich people can buy people who are willing to defend their property? Vigilante judges, this man is cooked. the just because the price of doing business, if you wage theft your employees for $10 million, but the tax for that is $9 million, you're still ahead. Yeah, true. I mean, I actually agree with raising not criminal penalties, but well, yeah,
Economic
actually,
penalty.
I would agree with scaling criminal and civil penalties with the amount of money the person has,
Yeah, exactly.
for sure. Because the whole point of monetary damages for criminal justice is that it's meant to be dissuasive. It's supposed to dissuade you from ever wanting to do this again. But if you can just keep paying that fine, then are you really dissuaded from doing it again? And then for civil penalties, it's supposed to do the same thing with punitive damages. Punitive damages are just supposed to be the amount that says, "Hey, maybe you're paying more to the plaintiff than the plaintiff was actually injured, but we're doing that because we don't want you to just keep injuring plaintiffs and just paying them off. We want to make it more pricey for you so that you stop doing it." Problem with that is, as I've discovered recently, the federal cap on sexual harassment workplace charges or lawsuits, the damages cap for both compensatory damages, which is paying people for how they were harmed, compensatory damages and punitive damages together is $300,000. That's insane. Absolutely insane.
They get away with sexual harassment for
Yeah,
civilians. Well, civilians can too, but not as well.
it's pretty rare that punitive damages are awarded too. I mean, yeah, you got to have a pretty. Are we talking in general? Or are we talking about sexual harassment cases, Liddy Bros?
Well, they get away with rape. The billionaires get away with rape.
What? No. uh, as Marky Mark would say, what? No.
A lot of their money is fake.
A lot of their money is fake. Damages that mean anything to the entity who committed the crime
Oh
are
wait, you know what
fine.
else we got?
How do you enforce them in a decentralized system?
We got to back our currency by gold. I want local level economies, an alternative currency system.
Why?
Like
What's the
back
point of backing it with gold?
well, not just gold, but like emerald and silver and all of such a different precious metal. Well, because it makes it worth more.
Just a
Right
bunch of
now
rocks. Yeah.
it's great. Well,
It makes a lot
right
more
now
sense to base my imaginary money on the imaginary value of rocks.
well, it's already paper. Paper is not that valuable.
Right. But rocks aren't any more inherently valuable than paper is.
I think you're taking it too literally. I'm saying we got to make it worth more. We got to work on inflation.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? How are we fighting inflation by backing our money with gold?
It would help. It wouldn't fix all the problem, but it would definitely help.
I'll tell you what would help is voting in Democrats.
But they haven't impressed me with their economic problem.
Well, that's a little silly.
They've disappointed me.
Why?
Biden, Obama, they both screwed up.
How did Biden disappoint you economically?
He kept talking about job creation, and he kept talking about.
Like the Chips and Science Act?
He said he was helping the middle class, but he really didn't.
Like the Inflation Reduction Act?
Yeah,
And
that
how
didn't
that
work out
reduced inflation?
Yeah, but the economy was a disaster by the time he was getting out, especially
And why
because
was
of
that?
all the. Well, part
Relatively,
of
it
it was
wasn't, though. Relatively, the economy was not a disaster. Relatively, the economy was doing quite well.
But people are having a hard time getting jobs and stuff.
Yeah, no shit. We were recovering from COVID.
Yeah, I thought it was his job to take care of that.
He did. We recovered better than any other G7 country.
Well, people I know say that Biden made them mad and that he
Oh,
screwed
all
things
your
up.
economist friends?
Everybody, pretty much most. But I live in Ohio, so maybe we're a little
So
conservative
all your
biased.
Ohio economist friends?
Yeah, maybe they're biased, but
Your economist friends are biased?
maybe. I live in Ohio. We lean conservative now after Biden.
After
We used to be a
Biden. So after all the propaganda, that's cool. Love that. I know there are tons of people who are leaning right after Biden for no fucking reason. Because they think that DEI means that like unqualified people are getting jobs.
Yeah,
They
they
think
fearmonger PI, and that's annoying.
they think that people from other countries are going to eat their dog.
Yeah, I love Haitians in my Ohio. I feel like they're doing them dirty and slandering them.
Oh, so it's just the economic propaganda you buy.
Oh, I don't trust conservatives on economics either. They're screwing up too.
Okay. So you gotta lean one way or the other way, but you're just not gonna say you trust either of them with the
I
economy.
just don't
Okay.
trust politicians, man.
What's that?
I just don't trust politicians, man.
Oh, well, that's just kind of a thought stopper that doesn't get you anywhere in figuring out what to do, does it? It's really easy to act like you know what you're talking about when you just say, well, I don't trust either side. The end.
It's not the end. I just don't trust the big parties to handle economic issues right
So,
now.
what do you do when you don't trust either side? Where do you go from there?
Well, you
Oh,
try to
Matthew Pow, I
dismantle the
didn't see
two
you in
party,
here. Hi. I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you. I didn't catch you.
the two-party system. You gradually work on the culture to make alternative opinions more mainstream. There's a lot of things you can do. You can work on local level grassroots. You can start
Uh-huh.
from ground zero.
And then when you get to the general, what do you do?
Communitarian protest. The
Huh?
general. Well, I don't really vote.
Oh, great.
I just try
Thank
to
you for your
gear the.
contribution to society.
I try to gear the get people to be more sensible, and then make my guys more popular.
So not voting is sensible.
Well,
Thank you for
it
Donald
can be
Trump, William. Thank you for
if I can
endangering
wait for
everyone's rights, William. Thank you for endangering
I can
democracy, William.
if I can wait for a Democrat or Republican that I like and trust, then I'll vote for them. But
Thank you for endangering
I'm
democracy, William.
not endangering democracy was endangered before I showed up, before I was
Bullshit.
even born.
The democracy wasn't in danger until people normalized shit like Donald Trump.
No, we, we've been fascists like all our lives.
Nope.
That's just how it is.
How were we fascist before Donald Trump?
How are we fascists?
Yeah, before Donald Trump.
Well, the system's always throwing us misinformation, so our choices aren't really well informed. We're just kind of going with our gut feeling.
What is fascism, William?
What is fascism?
Yeah.
Kind of like authoritarianism, but it's way worse. Whenever you're
How and
very
so is
controlling,
misinformation authoritarian?
it can be. It depends how you use it.
Depends on where it's coming from, isn't it?
Yes, and how you're
Okay.
using it. You can weaponize misinformation.
Okay. So where is the misinformation coming from?
The elites, the globalists, the media, the TV, Hollywood.
God, it sounds like it's really nobody and everybody all at the same time.
Yeah, how it is. You gotta use your discernment, man, to make out what's real, what's
I
fake.
don't think you're using discernment, William.
Yeah.
I think you're just using off ramps to stop thinking. Like all the information we get from everybody is not trustworthy. That's not
No, you didn't think for the I didn't say everybody, just the big stuff. The centralized stuff is untrustworthy
like what?
to me. Like if it like TV news, like Fox News and stuff.
Okay, I'll agree with you.
That's
Fox News is plenty of misinformation, sure. I still
when
wouldn't
you go
consider it
on
authoritarian until it partnered
when you
with
watch
like the executive
when you
branch of
watch
the United States
movies.
of America.
When you watch movies, they try to sneak in little
Damn, I miss the days when my narratives didn't have narrative in them.
I think voting is kind of a submissive way to make change.
Voting is a submissive way to make change. Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a big, strong, dominant man when it comes to making political change.
You need the resources. You need the people coming together, and you need to be assertive
To do what?
to make change.
And do what? How are
Whatever
you
you
going to
need to
make the
do.
change?
I already told you it's a gradual process.
Of doing what?
A lot of the country's already cooked. You got to start at the local level, in my opinion.
And do what?
Small victories lead to big victories. Wait, what? The culture or the economic? The economics is going to be a long fight. We can work on the cultures first.
And what do you do in this fight? What do you do?
What do you mean? You express yourself.
How?
You fight bad guys.
How?
You have a show. It's just like that. You hey, make your own show. Express yourself. And you get
Shell?
a lot of people. Gather the people that agree with you, and you show people how big you are.
Are we talking force?
Well, it can start by protest.
Okay. And how is protest going to change anything?
Right now, well, you get your voice heard, make some noise.
I don't think you thought these things through before, William. I think you usually get to a thought stopper and then you stop thinking and you don't go, "Well, what is the next step? How do we what do you do? What do we do then?"
What's ongoing is that I'm observing how Trump's president is going and everything, and then that's how you make a tangible plan forward. Are you open to a vanguard? I think a vanguard is ever appropriate.
No, I don't think a vanguard is an effective way to wield power.
No.
No, because I think history and science have both shown that the influence of power and money is corrupting to such a degree that your brain doesn't operate the same way anymore. So if a human
Uh,
brain doesn't operate the same way anymore on a fundamental level when it comes to power and money, then you don't trust human beings to just operate with that, especially if they've never done it before. So you don't say, hey, you've never had power and money before. You want to hold all this power and money, and then we'll just trust you to hand it back over to everybody? It doesn't work.
I'm mostly a localist because of how bad our problems have got.
So you're a tribalist.
Mm, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Can you define what a tribalist is?
Yeah, I'm just my point to you there was that you can make these things smaller and smaller and smaller, and you start to see why it doesn't make sense to try to base everything off of smaller and smaller groups, because the power that comes with a federal
I'm on
government,
a
it was
hard
done on
reboot.
purpose by colonies because they knew that they could do things together that they couldn't do on their own, and go
Now, wait
figure,
a minute.
it worked.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I want a hard reboot on our whole system to get out the corruption.
Hey,
I'll
look at me
play.
agreeing with you on something. That's what I think
I'll
a
play.
I think that's what a constitutional convention could do. Just purge the
And
entire
another
system,
thing,
start over anew with better controls.
I think we're already so divided. We can't just fix it by, hey, let's unite, let's be buddies. Like it doesn't work that way. It takes maybe 10, 20 years maybe
I
to
mean,
work on the unity.
developing a constitution and developing a nation takes adversarial parties to get something that is grounded.
Yeah, but
That's how we've done it in the
you
past.
can't force people to be friends. They can work together. They can be like it can form edgy alliances, but they're not really gonna like each other. You're not really gonna work on the culture.
I can like people who disagree with me,
You can, but if your
depending on what
morals
they
are
disagree with me on. If they disagree on who deserves rights on a
yeah,
fundamental level, then no, I'm not going to like them at all.
okay, well, I focus more on culture than system stuff.
Ah, culture war. Culture warrior.
Mm, I
A,
don't.
a cultured
I
man of
don't know.
culture war.
Most of our culture wars are stupid.
Ooh, which ones are good?
Which ones are good? Let's see. When you critique the shallowness, the consumerism, the um, lack of morality, the meanness, the fakeness,
The lack of morality of whom?
the elites, the normies.
The normies. The lack of morality of the normies?
Yes,
Who are the normies?
the normies. People that are shallow and hypocritical, and they act like they can label other people weird because they don't conform to their specific niche.
Homie, are you okay?
I'm cool.
Doesn't sound like you're cool. It sounds like you have it out for the people who have ostracized you and made you feel different. Because that's what people who say what you just said mean. Because otherwise, you're just talking about people, not normies. They're just people.
I don't think everyone is like that.
No, not everyone, but there isn't a group of people that are normies that you can identify as the type of people who would ostracize you and make
It's
you
not just
feel.
about me. It's about how they affect the world around
It's
them.
not about you? Who would agree
No,
with you what your definition of normies is?
it's like a fake shallow person.
A normie
I
is
don't mean
a fake
I don't
shallow person. How do you
I
determine who
don't
the
mean
fake
someone
shallow people are, William?
I don't mean someone who assimilates or tries to fit in. I don't. That's not what I mean.
So what do you mean? I'm still trying to follow you here.
Somebody who's fake and shallow.
How do you determine who is fake and shallow?
Hold on. And they gaslight other people.
Who is
They're very basic. Like they're not very. They try to bully other adults to be like them and have like just drink beer, just watch
who are
sports.
Oh my god, dude. So you
I'm
don't
trying to give
like
you a
beer? Hold on,
simple.
William. Do you not like beer?
I don't drink beer.
And you don't like
I try
sports?
to.
You don't like sports?
I like sports, but I don't want that to be the only thing that I want. Like I think like that's the only thing that they want.
So people who like beer and spend most of their time watching sports are disingenuous people?
It can be.
Well,
I'm
anyone
not gonna
can
say
be,
all.
William.
I'm not gonna stereotype all sports fans. It's not really about the sports. It's like if you pressure people to where they can only have one interest.
So anyone who has one primary interest is what? Disingenuous?
Well, no, if they're also fake and shallow and bully other people.
Oh, so now we've just done a full circle back around to me trying to figure out who are the shallow people, who
Hold
are
on.
the one. I don't
All of
understand
these
this
things
group
are
of
defined
people.
with normies. It's not just one thing.
Is there anything that ties these people together other than being fake and shallow? Because I guess that also ties them together.
That's pretty much the two big things that combine them all together.
I have no idea who these people are, William.
You never met one? You never met people that fit my description?
I have met a fake and shallow person. I don't know if there is anything I could say that
Have they tried to
connects fake
bully
and
other
shallow
people?
people that I've met before.
Have they tried to bully other people to assimilate to all their expectations?
God, I'm get Christians. That's like the main one.
Christians can be normies.
Okay. Other than like religious zealots, I don't know that I've met people that have.
What about neocons and aggressive liberals and just your high school
I don't
jock
know
or
that I've
your
actually met people with political positions in my life who have bullied people into trying to take those.
no?
Whoa, Jammy Joint Jones, what the
You
fuck?
have that. In Ohio, it
What the
happens all the
fuck,
time.
Jammy Joint Jones?
In Ohio, we have
Liking
a big problem
baseball?
with normies. In Ohio, you have a big problem with normies. I have a big problem with normies.
Oh, it's a big population in Ohio?
Yeah, the normies are always trying to take over Ohio.
They're trying to take over Ohio. Like, is there? They're trying to get everybody to assume their positions, but there is no position that they hold
Yeah, that's the
consistently.
point. Yeah, they don't have any points. They don't stand for anything. They just
Then what
exist
is it
to
they're
party
trying to
and
get
go to
people
work.
to adopt?
Nothing. They're just losers.
But
They
you
want to
just
bring you
said
down
that
with
they're
them.
trying to bully people into taking their positions.
Yeah, they are because that's what losers do.
But then you just said that there isn't anything that they're trying to get people to adopt.
Yeah, it's self-defeating. It's toxic.
It's self-defeating.
Yes.
That they're trying to bully people into taking their positions, which is nothing. But you're
Because
the
then we're
one
all
identifying that that's
mediocre.
what they're doing.
Because then we're all mediocre and boring. We let them win.
William hates the high school bully jocks and asshole skiing jerks who are the primary bad guys in 1980s movies. That's the impression I'm getting.
Well, this is the adult version of that.
Who are these fictional people, man?
There's a lot of people like this.
I think you're just extremely judgmental about people that you don't get a good vibe check on, which has nothing to do with what
No, I
their
try to give
thing
people a
is. That's
fair
about
chance,
you.
bro. Try to give people a fair chance, bro.
Who? What?
Try to give people benefit of the doubt. I don't know.
You are trying to give people the benefit of the doubt?
Yes.
Dude, it
I'm
doesn't
not saying
fucking
everyone's
sound
like
like it.
this.
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you label people normies and they're just enjoying themselves.
No, I'm not talking about people with hobbies, man.
You're talking about liking beer and sports.
Yeah, but that wasn't the defining trait.
How? I
It
don't
was
know why you
bullying
went
other
there,
people.
man.
The shallow and fake. They'll get on you for something they do, and they'll gaslight everybody. I'm talking about those behaviors.
Which is like could be anyone of any political affiliation, anyone of any ideology, anyone
I
of any
guess.
background.
Don't need to be a collectivist.
What?
Libertarians can do all this stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know what the point of identifying this group of people is. It's like, man, I've got a real fucking
Point out
problem with people who look up
the
and to the left
existential
when they
pro-
try to remember something.
to point out the existential problems in our society. People might use it to bully liberals, but that's not what I'm trying to do.
Like, pointing out this group of people isn't helpful for anything. Because there's nothing that holds them together other than something that is amorphous, subjective, and non
I think you're missing the point.
efficacious in any way. Like, hear me out on this.
The thing
What
is,
is the
they're
difference between
judging our
this?
interest.
What's the
No,
difference between this and me saying that our biggest problem is people who look up and to the left when trying to remember something?
the thing is, they're judging us for our interests. They're trying to speak the truth.
How do you know that?
I'm talking about people who do that.
Okay. So people who judge you for your beliefs? So like
An interest. They
everybody?
try to, yeah, they try to pressure everyone to be the same. You can't be an individual.
Okay. Do you have a memory of a person like this? Any specific
Yeah,
memory of a person like this?
specific people, a couple. I know people who could
What
be
is
like
an
this
example of
sometimes.
what they did that it
Or if you're
fits
like
this?
this sometimes and you're nice other days, it could be fake.
What is an example of what one of these people has said to you or done to you that exemplifies this behavior?
Uh, they were getting on me because I like superheroes or like talking about politics or religion. See another thing they do. They'll pick on your taste in music, and when you speak the truth about something, they're like, "Hey, shut up. Just conform to the fake opinion. I know you're right, but I'm still gonna get on you." That's those are and people have done that to me in the past.
William, I think you just feel bullied, man. You're upset with people who got onto you for liking superheroes. This isn't the basis for like a political ideology, my guy.
Well, they got mad when I spoke the truth
About what? You didn't even
about.
specify that. About Daredevil?
No, I'm not. I'm not. No, that's a TV show. But I do love that
That's
show.
a superhero.
I love that show.
The truth about Spider-Man! He's a menace!
Speak the truth. Well, say there's drama going on, and you speak the truth about the situation, and everybody knows it.
These
They tell
normies
you,
in New York City think Spider-Man is a hero. Clean up the streets. He's a menace to society. Thinks he can spin a web and
and they get on. Well,
take my
they
women.
get on you
Turn their
for the
freaking
fall in
frogs
line.
gay. Spider-Man.
Have you ever been pressured to fall in line to something that you know is bad?
No, dude, because I am a person with a whole sense of identity.
You make fun of me.
I don't know what else to do at this point, my guy. Like you are trying to base your political identity off of your feelings of I want to
No,
I hate to tell you, dude. I hate to
I
tell
was,
you
I was criticizing
inadequacy.
public culture.
You're basing your political ideology off of
But
your feelings
that's
of personal
unnecessary.
inadequacy.
I was criticizing the culture.
Of the culture of no one.
Yes. So you don't think that's a big problem?
It's an interpersonal problem. It is not a culture. There is nothing that links these people together other than that you have identified a personality trait that you don't like.
So you think we have a good, wholesome, and rich culture?
Do you think it would make sense if I based my political ideology off of road ragers?
The TV show.
No. People on the road who road rage. Do you think it would make sense if I
Not
based
what
my
I'm
political
doing.
ideology off of people who come to a scheduled appointment 30 minutes late? That is what you're doing. There is nothing that ties these people together other than that they
I
have a
didn't say it was
personality
my
trait
whole
that you
political
don't like.
ideology. Part of my criticism of culture.
That's not a culture.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, yeah. We don't have a culture. We need to get one.
What do you think culture should look like, William? Oh, thanks,
What?
Masselhoff. You're lovely.
What?
I was thanking somebody in stream or in chat. Maddie, let's not get into an argument about whether or not we have culture. I want to know what William thinks our culture should look like.
What it should look like? People should be kinder to each other. They should have genuine moral values. They should
Which are
be
what?
an
What are the moral
individual.
values?
Moral values. Uh, Christian, secular,
Those aren't moral values.
environmentally, and values that work for that environment. Casual, formal, whatever.
What do you think culture is?
Shared values and behaviors, and hobbies.
Of whom? Who shares these?
Whatever.
What?
Let me think. Oh, how I want the culture to be.
And who do you want to share this culture?
My culture.
Yeah, who do you want to share your concept of culture?
People with similar values to me. I don't know.
Your city, your state, your
Probably, yeah, probably my
people that
local
look
area.
like
Nothing.
you.
I mean, that's the most functional way to do it.
Uh-huh. So you don't think people in your city or your state have culture?
It depends where you are.
I said your city and your state. Depends on where you are.
Mm, I don't know the people here very well, but I guess they have something. I don't know. It's probably individual.
Then William, what the fuck are you talking about? You just told me about how we should have culture. I don't know who we is. Then I asked you about who should have culture, and you
Everyone
agreed that
should
it
have
should be
a
people near
culture.
you in your city or your state. And then I asked you what whether they
Everyone
have
should
one,
have
and you said you
a
don't know. So
culture.
what do you mean that they should have it if you don't know that they already have it?
Oh,
It
everyone should
sounds
have
like you
a.
are not participating in your local culture. Is what it sounds like.
Everyone should have culture. Not everyone has to have the same culture.
Culture is literally shared. So what do you mean
Yeah, but
everyone
not
should
everyone has
have
to be a
culture?
part of your culture. Some people be
What?
like, I don't like that.
Huh? William?
Why?
I
I was telling you what my values are and what I would like to see a culture be like.
but I'm trying to figure out who's supposed to share that culture. And
I
you were
mean,
saying that,
supposed to.
but I'm more concerned at this
I'm
point
not.
about
It's
how
not a
you said
supposed
that
to. I'm just
that we
telling you what
need
I believe
culture.
in.
What?
Yeah, I'm telling you what I believe in.
I'm
I'm
not
not trying
telling
to
you
say
what you
everyone
believe in. That's not what I'm doing.
Okay.
But now I'm concerned that you're saying we should have culture, but also I have
I
no
believe.
idea what my local culture is. So, like, what do you mean when you say we should have culture? It sounds like it's entirely possible, and that you wouldn't disagree with me when I say that your local community may very well have plenty of culture,
I
and you
never
just don't
said
know
they
what it
didn't,
is.
dude. Never said they didn't. Talking about a national problem.
Then,
We have
what did you mean when you said we should have culture?
everyone should have a culture. We should have a good culture. We shouldn't have toxic consumerist culture.
And you're saying that these normies don't have culture.
Maybe they have something that resembles one, but I don't consider it a real one.
You don't know jack shit about them, dude.
Talking about a type of person, dude.
You're talking about the type of person who bullies you for liking superheroes.
No, I'm talking about people who are shallow and fake and gaslight people, and that
And that is
try to
just your
pressure
perception of them. You do not
and
know
that
who
try to
these people
pressure
are.
and that try to pressure people into their culture.
Great. So now we're just back around to should I base my political philosophy
They're my
on people who are 30 minutes late to appointments?
God, no, my political beliefs are economic and my
What
values
does that have to do with these people?
because they try to get in the way of your values and and
Like people
your
who are
values.
30 minutes late to appointments.
No,
Why not?
I mean, that's annoying, but it could be. I mean, like doctor appointments.
Like
I don't
people
care about
trying to
that.
convince me that I should think what they think? That's pretty annoying.
They do this. They have a consistent behavior. They do this to you all the time. They harass
I know
you.
plenty of people who are consistently 30 minutes late to stuff.
Do they harass you about it? Do they
It is
harass you to
harassing to
fall in
me
line?
by doing it because they're late all the time.
But do they pressure you to have the same values and to have the same
No, they're
just
30
conform?
minutes late all the time.
Well, that's
Yeah, the thing you're thinking about people who are 30 minutes late all the time, that's the same thing I am thinking about your issues with people who try to convince you to think stuff they think. It has nothing to do with my political positions. They don't impact me at all. You're just hung up on these people you don't like, who have nothing in common but a personality trait that you don't like.
not about personality, dude. It's about
What else binds these people together, dude?
I was criticizing our culture and the issues we have existentially in our culture.
That people exist in it who are annoying.
No, it's not about being annoying. It's about existential harm.
There's no existential harm. They're just annoying.
What do you mean there's no existential harm? Don't you liberals talk about how people are affected and all that by certain things?
Also, not a liberal, but like
You-
systemic
You're not
harms.
liberal.
There's no systemic harm from
Systemic,
people being annoying.
systemic harm, existential. I'm not talking about being annoying. I'm talking about
That's what you're
dilution of
describing.
values and culture. Dilution of values and culture, breakdown of community, breakdown of family, those kind of things.
What? What do these normies have to do with that?
They block progress to solve those problems. They
How
tried
do
to.
they block progress?
You gotta
This is
ignore
what
them,
I'm
but I'm
talking about. They're
saying
just annoying. They don't get in the way of anything. I agree, Prof. And just so you know, like I'm not missing out on anything by continuing this conversation. Like I would otherwise have gone off air by now. I'm just engaging with William for the fun of it at this point. Hey, William, what's a liberal?
liberal. There's not much real liberals anymore. It used to mean somebody who is a capitalist and who believes in accepting
Do you think
different
I'm a
people
capitalist?
and working on the existential problems in the culture. And now it's become like a like a let me think,
Do you think I'm a capitalist?
aggressive agendas. I don't think you're a capitalist. And then
It's
it
weird to
also
me that
means
you would associate me with
now
a
it's
word
more of
that
a
the first thing you associate it with is a thing that you don't think I believe in.
specific agendas. They focus on LGBT, Black Lives Matter, but they have like specific minorities they care about. You know what I mean? The specific things they
That
care
has
about,
nothing
and
to
then they
do with
forget everything
liberalism.
else. Yeah, they're not real liberals, man. They're posers.
Well, then who's calling them liberals, dude?
The conservatives.
Oh. Do we just go around calling things everything that conservatives call stuff? Because, man, that would be an insane world to live in.
No, you asked me what a liberal was.
Right, so you gave me the definition that a conservative who doesn't know what they're talking about would tell me.
Well, originally I gave you what it originally was, and then I told you now it means whatever. Now it's a minority of people. Most people call themselves moderate or leftist.
Okay. Eleni, capitalism is part of liberalism.
It is.
So, do you think there's an issue with having specific groups that they care about?
Um, if it leads to like Afrocentrism or LGBT centrism, like they focus on
What do
their
those
problems
terms
and
mean,
then they
dude?
neglect everybody
Hold
else.
on. What do those terms mean? Don't just throw words at me. What do you mean?
I mean, when they act like they gotta help them at the and forget everybody else.
Britannica, liberalism, political doctrine that takes protecting and enhancing the freedom of the individual to be the central problem of politics. Liberals typically believe that government is necessary to protect. The
Yes,
fuck
it
was
was a
that?
specific type of individualism.
What the fuck was that?
Liberalism is individualism, but it's become more collectivism.
Necessary to protect individuals from being harmed by others, but no, you're just tagging on the conservative understanding. Necessary to protect
Maybe.
individuals from being harmed by others, but they also recognize that government itself can pose a threat to liberty. As the American revolutionary pamphleteer Thomas Paine expressed in Common Sense, government is at best a necessary evil. Laws, judges, and police are needed to secure the individual's life and liberty, but their coercive power may also be turned against the individual. The problem then is to devise a system that gives government the power necessary to protect individual liberty, but also prevent those who govern from abusing power. Classical liberalism, an early form of liberalism, and modern neoclassical liberals answer that it.
Neoclassical liberal
What
as a
is
mouth.
that sound? What the fuck is that? I have like a demon hiding in my room. It's fucking weird.
Do you believe in demons?
No,
Do you believe in anything supernatural or mystical?
no.
No. Oh, you're a secular materialist. Okay.
I don't believe in anything that I don't have evidence to support a belief in.
Do we have evidence for morality or love?
It's gonna drive me fucking crazy.
No, I'm asking a real question. Do we have evidence for that stuff?
No.
No. Okay. Well, it's a belief.
Okay.
We choose to believe in it. We
Cool.
don't really.
Neat.
You believe in because you want to. Take it on faith, man.
No, no thanks.
Do you believe it's objective or subjective?
I believe in things that are subjective and objective.
Cultural preferences. So morality is both.
I mean, I honestly think that like morality is a combination of like a social collective ideal plus individual perspective
Oh, so the
plus
culture decides what's
biological
good.
herd mentality. It's
So the culture
pro
decides what's
social
good and
behaviors.
our biology. Right. So the culture decides what's good and our biology.
Culture and or you and or no culture and you and biology
Okay. So I decide what's good and bad.
and society and biology.
And biology. Okay. What if all those three things are at odds and fight each other?
Then it probably means that there isn't a good answer of what is good or bad.
Uh oh.
It would be entirely up to the individual from whose perspective is looking at it or
Great a
society's
country.
perspective.
What if someone decides that objectifying people is okay?
uh I would disagree with them.
But you couldn't prove them wrong if that's they in their reason they believe it's a positive thing.
um there are ways I could demonstrate that they're wrong. I can't
They might not.
pr-
They might be
I can't
mean.
prove to them that they're wrong because they can hold whatever belief they want to because what they're choosing to back is something that has no definitive answer. Cool, good for you. You can just choose to say that it's a cool thing. I believe you're incorrect, and I'm going to band with a bunch of other people that believe you're incorrect. Neat.
I believe objectification is a horrible thing, but we live in a culture that normalizes it in many contexts.
Yeah, that's awful. Night, Maddie. What if the caller sent the streamer $10,000? Ooh, that would be objectively good.
Objectively good.
Yep. Elaney, truth is something that a culture decides, and it's something that a person decides, and it's something that biology decides is a pro-social behavior.
But all those things can carry matrix illusions. All those things can be mistaken.
Yes, everything can be the Matrix.
No, no, I'm being serious. Your biology is different than another person. Your culture and your personal ideas can be wrong.
And we could all live in the Matrix.
That was a metaphor. I'm not talking about a literal simulation thing like the movie.
Okay. I mean, you just baited me with hard solipsism, so. So what are you
I
trying to
think
get
we
across
have
to
a
me here?
sort of, yeah, solipsism is a big problem in the modern world. A lot of people actually think like a solipsist.
Huge problem.
It is, yeah, it is.
No one exists as a hard solipsist.
Not a hard one, but enough to where they're mean and harmful to other people.
That doesn't make them a solipsist?
No, but it makes them mean and a problem.
What does? Yeah, here's the thing,
You want to
Elaney, is
contribute
like
to that?
murder is bad. Well, what do you mean? A culture can think that murder is bad. I would agree with them, so I would say
You
they're
could also
right.
think it's good.
Murder can be bad from a biological position because it's an antisocial behavior. So, from a herd
Yeah,
animal perspective, murder is bad. It is not good for the
but
cohesiveness
billions
of the
don't
herd
care.
animal. Or you can say, from an individual perspective, one person could think that
But if
murder
you're
is
rich and
good,
powerful
and
enough,
they
you
could be
don't have
right
to care
from
about
their own perspective. It doesn't matter. There are three different perspectives to take on it. Not one of them is on its own correct, but they're all have their corrects and incorrects if you look at it from those perspectives.
And morality is a very low level moral point because you know there's a lot of complex things that people can do that are harmful.
Sorry, come again?
It's a very low consciousness point because there's a lot of things that we can do that hurt people that we know hurt them. Um, Mental abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, that kind of stuff.
I'm sorry. I have to come back at Elaney with this. That's bullshit, Elaney. From a biologically, yes, many cultures have made the similar laws about murder, and that is because of the biological imperative saying that murder is antisocial. But not all cultures have the same rules about murder. Some cultures will allow you to kill specific kinds of people. Some cultures will allow you to own specific kinds of people. It is not a
Yeah.
universal rule. So murder in some cases is just peachy keen in a culture. Also, self defense. Ooh, we're getting into real debate, no, no, really stupid semantic debate territory when we say self defense is not legally murder. Technically, I think the way that would go is I almost said the same thing as you, Elaney. But I think technically the way that would go is it meets the elements required for murder. So it would still be murder, but self-defense is an affirmative defense to the murder. It would still be a murder, but you would just have a defense for it. Lawyered. Anyway, William, you got any other hard-hitting things to say? Otherwise, I think I gotta call it on this one. I have more work I have to go do.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Athena. Oh, I appreciate it.
I wanna say
Earlier, I
more
think it was
about
telling me that I had like 8 out of 10 new subs to hit some kind of goal. Oh my god, we did 10 of 10 new subscriptions.
If
Ah,
you're rich or influential enough, you can get away with hurting people, and there's no evolutionary consequences.
evolutionary consequences? I don't even know what the fuck you're meaning by that.
Well, you can get away with it. Some people can get away with hurting people, and they might get an evolutionary advantage from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's not an evolutionary advantage. What are you talking about by the evolutionary advantage?
Darwinism. Well, I'm talking about like when billionaires or the rich elite shadow people are hurting people. What about
What does that have to do with evolution?
I mean, no one can tell them they're wrong. They don't care about right and wrong. They don't have to care about right and wrong.
What does that have to do with evolution?
Well, it has to. I'm saying that secular morality is incomplete if it doesn't answer for those things.
Why not? What is secular morality?
Because it has to answer for those things. Because those are like the biggest problems in our modern world.
What is it? What do you mean it has to answer for them?
It has to explain why they're still wrong.
Because they cause harm.
Yeah, but why is harm bad?
That's definitionally what harm is.
Why do people
Isn't
even
it?
matter?
It is an undesired sensation.
Why do we even have value? Like, what if we're just robots that just exist? You know, like we just have fun, do stuff.
This is where we get back to biologically we have pro-social and antisocial behaviors, and you're describing antisocial behaviors.
But that's not objective value. That's just we're a social species.
You don't have to have value for there to be harm.
Right,
harm is bad.
Why should we care about it though?
Why should we? You don't have to care about it. I think you're a piece of shit if you don't.
Right, but that's an opinion. I would agree with.
Yeah, it's all fucking opinions, dude.
But isn't that a problem?
No, all morality is subjective.
But isn't that kind of scary? Because like
all morality is subjective.
Right. So what if Hitler was right?
But he's not.
But he said it was subjective.
It is.
In his culture, he was right.
Yeah, but he was wrong.
I mean, we can say that, but we need humans need to have value for him to be wrong.
Yeah, I think humans have value.
But you think they do. That's different than having.
No, I know they do.
Oh, what's your reason that they do?
Because we all agree on it.
That's different. That's like argument as ad populum. Like if it's popular, then it's right.
No, if it's entirely subjective and everyone agrees with it, then we all just hold the same subjective opinion, so it's universal.
We need a real reason to believe in that subjective opinion.
No, that's if it has to be. That's if it has to be objective. It can also be universally subjective.
What if we all believe in fairies and goblins?
What if we all believe in fairies and goblins?
Yeah, does that make them real?
No, because that is a claim about an objective thing.
But we don't see morality; we just observe the effects of it. Morality is just a social construct that we apply to our behaviors and our values. It's not like a physical object that we can look at.
That's correct.
We don't really know if it's real or not. We could just made it up so we have social functioning.
If you don't believe in science, I guess. I mean, when I
Science
say don't
proves
believe, when I say
existence.
don't believe in science, I mean if you choose an epistemological system that does not require that you choose the most likely thing to be true.
I mean, I believe that morality is most likely real,
What does that mean?
but I don't.
Yeah, morality's real. I agree with you. Morality exists. It just exists subjectively.
I hope it's. I hope so. I hope that it is real.
You have it, dude.
Yeah, but if I was a
Therefore, it's
materialist, I would.
real.
But it'll be harder to make sense of if I was a materialist.
It's not.
No, not for you, but for. But not everyone's like a super smart, empathetic
Materialism is the
person.
philosophical doctrine that reality is composed entirely of matter, asserting that all phenomena, including consciousness and mental states, are results of material or interactions. Morality is a physical thing.
So it's physical. I can observe it with my telescope.
Yes. That doesn't mean that it has an objective definition. But you see morality happening when you look at a scan of the brain. It is electrical signals in the brain. It is caused by physical matter.
Hmm.
Is this seriously what people think about materialism? I'm very confused.
I think that having empathy influence behavior, and then you can have like a transcendent belief that influences your behavior.
That is produced by electrical signals in your brain.
Yeah, but electrical signals are not morality.
Yes,
Like,
they
can a
are.
robot can a robot be moral?
If it's sentient, yeah.
Right, right. But they have to have a if they but their morality might be incomplete compared to ours.
I don't know what incomplete morality is.
Like they believe in it, but they don't have a real reason to believe in it. They just believe in it because they're programmed to.
There's no such thing as a reason to believe in morality. It's just something that is inherent to you. You can try to reverse engineer it, but you have it.
Well, everyone should have morality, but some people don't. Some
Nope,
people are mean
everybody's
and they.
got morality. I hate to break that to you.
Well, everyone has empathy, but some people can turn it off.
Okay, they still have
People
morality.
ignore it. Yeah, but they have bad morality because they don't. They
Now we're
don't even
just
think
into
about it.
being judgmental.
Yes, I'm a judgmental of people that turn off their empathy. Ignore
It all
people.
costs money. I agree with you. MAGA is fascist and clueless. Well, some of them are just fascist, but they're all bad. All MAGA
That's
are
a
bad.
judgment. You're judging people too.
What?
You judge the MAGA people,
Yeah.
and I judge normies.
What?
I judge fake, shallow, aggressive people.
They're just fake, shallow, aggressive people?
They tell me.
I think they're just cruel
No,
people.
I judge people. Yeah, MAGA
I
can
think
be
they're
like,
people that look at suffering and they shrug.
yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't have love.
Yeah. Well, I think they have love. They have very selective
They
love.
have love for their own people, not for other kinds
Yeah,
of
they have very
people.
selective love. Do you have a point anymore? I'm confused.
That's the kind of behavior I was talking about like way earlier.
Except that I can point to things that these people have in common with each other that aren't just personality traits, dude.
Well, yeah, but, some normies aren't that bad, but some are really bad.
Your definition of normies is just so empty. MAGA has zero clue what they're talking about. Or they're evil. Atruz Capello, welcome in.
Yeah,
And either way, they are evil.
we can all what evil. I'm trying to avoid the word evil to describe individuals.
They're evil.
Evil is a supernatural belief.
Not to me, it isn't.
No, powerful.
I would just
Well, I
think
guess there's
that
a lot of people are evil in the world. I guess.
plenty of people are evil.
Yeah,
If they
you
turned
got to
if
decrease
they
the
turn a
influence.
blind eye or take delight in the suffering of others, I would consider them to be evil.
Problem is, people don't care about other people's suffering. They
Well,
only
glad
care
I could
about what
entertain you at
they.
all costs, money. Thank you for being here. Hi, Alice McGee. Who do you think is evil, William?
Who do I think is evil?
Hi, Baptist MAGA in YouTube chat.
I'd say
What brand of evil are you,
Jeffrey
Baptist MAGA?
Epstein. I would say Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people would
People
agree with you
that
that
are
Jeffrey Epstein was
stubborn
evil.
and a harmful, emotionally, physically abusive behavior, and they're just reprobate mind about it. Like they never want to change, and they just never want to reform. It's like fuck everybody, fuck your people and how they feel. I don't care. That is evil.
Are normies evil?
Um, they have the capacity for evil.
Baptist MAGA? Evelyn would like you to pick someone not so obvious for who you think is evil as Jeffrey Epstein.
Like a celebrity or like
Baptist MAGA.
because I can't just pick some person you don't know because they'd be like, who is that?
Oh, you just want to start picking people in your private life who are evil? I've got some of
No,
them
I want to
too.
pick I want to pick a celebrity.
You want to
Evil
pick a celebrity?
celebrity. What about Suge Knight, the rapper from the '90s? He killed Tupac.
Oh.
He's evil.
I mean, he caused distress to Rashida Jones, so I would agree. Evil. Nobody fucks with Rashida on my watch. Babe, I have another celebrity crush I forgot to tell you about.
Is she evil?
Who, Rashida Jones or my girlfriend?
The celebrity crush.
No, Rashida Jones. Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know her personally. Yeah, in Know Nothing Attorney's house, nobody fucks with Rashida. Nobody fucks with nobody fucks with Emma.
Do you believe there's existential problems in our
Nobody
culture?
fucks with Aubrey. Uh holy shit. Why can't I remember her fucking name? I'm gonna be so embarrassed right now. Nobody fucks with other Emma. We got two Emmas in this house. Emma Stone and Emma Vigland. And nobody will remember. Nobody will know which Emma's name I forgot. Okay, what? I have to figure out what that sound is. It's driving me insane. Baptist MAGA, where'd you go? I really wanted to hear from Baptist MAGA. You just said hello. Okay, well, if I'm not going to hear from Baptist MAGA, William, again, do you got anything else?
I think I'm done for today.
Okay, well, it's definitely been interesting. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for bringing me subs, I guess. Appreciate my subs. Final boss just flirted with us. All right, peace out, William. Okay, guys, that's gonna do it for me. I have to actually go do work, which sucks. I sincerely enjoy Why Is Harm Bad? Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, guys, I'm Know Nothing Attorney. I know nothing, so you can too, because it's only in embracing that we know nothing that we can actually learn anything. That's what I aim to do here every time I'm live. I hope to learn from you, and I hope that you can learn along with me. And as always, I'm proud of you. I don't need to know you for that to be real. It's true, and you deserve to hear it. If only because life is hard. It's always been hard, and it always will be hard. But the way you face each and every single day, the way you do, is remarkable. So stay remarkable, and I'll see you guys Wednesday night. Be excellent to each other. Oh, somebody caught my outro. What's up? BWC Ghost Ripped Rich and Rare. That's an interesting YouTube name. Oh, thank you, Atrus. I try to share love. I don't think enough people tell people that they're proud of them. So I want people to know that I'm proud of them. And I think everybody has something to be proud of. Life just is hard, and we are all making it through it. And Jesus Christ, that's enough. Sorry, secular Jesus Christ. Good human. We have another person that just says one thing in YouTube chat and disappears. I'm lingering at this point just because I want to know who Ripped Rich and Rare is. It's an interesting name. Oh, I guess I should try to raid with whoever is left in chat. I always forget to do this. What do we got? Raid. I'm not seeing it, guys. I'm not seeing it unless somebody sees somebody that we want to raid. All right, we'll figure it out next time. Good night, everybody.